Just because touching a flower allowed me to summon wither skeletons, the villagers saw me as a curse. They ruthlessly banished me to the Nether and destroyed the portal to ensure I never returned. Everything in the Nether felt alien and terrifying. I crouched on the ground, lost in thought, wondering how I'd survive in this desolate wasteland. Just then, a golden helmet landed softly on my head. I turned to look, and a baby piglin was hopping around me excitedly. He didn't shun me like the others. Instead, he warmly grabbed my hand. In that moment, a ray of sunshine seemed to pierce my gloomy heart. The little piglin waved for me to follow him. I obediently followed him to the Piglin Bastion. There were no strange looks, no senseless rejection here. When I saw the Piglin King, I fell to my knees involuntarily, feeling like I'd finally found where I belonged. However, this hard-won peace didn't last long. That day, the baby piglin and I were sitting on a wall when we saw a piglin being chased by a wither skeleton. Without thinking, I rushed forward and blocked the wither skeleton's path. The fleeing piglin ran back to warn the others, but the skeleton stared at my unique white eye and slowly lowered its weapon. To my confusion, it knelt before me on one knee, and this scene was witnessed by the returning piglin and the king. The king branded me a traitor and ordered all piglins to ready their weapons and fire. In the nick of time, the baby piglin rushed out to shield me, using his tiny body to protect mine. He believed it was all a misunderstanding, and that I wasn't a traitor. I looked at him, overwhelmed with indescribable gratitude. I never thought anyone would trust me this much. But the Piglin King was full of suspicion. Better to kill the wrong person than let one go. Suddenly, a whistling arrow pierced the baby piglin's body. I rushed to hold him, but before we could speak, the little one closed his eyes forever. No time to grieve, I had to run for my life. Arrows rained down like a storm, and even the wither skeleton fell amidst the chaos. I ran until I collapsed from exhaustion. Rage and grief turned into a roar within my chest. My only friend died because of me. If I were powerful enough, could I have saved them? The power suppressed inside me finally erupted. I summoned a legion of wither skeletons and began my path of vengeance. I found the Piglin King and ended his reign. I donned the crown, becoming the new overlord of the Nether, until one day, Alex and Steve stepped through the portal and arrived here. They were shocked by the scene before them. Wither skeletons were slaughtering piglins indiscriminately. The Nether was in chaos. Steve didn't hesitate to jump in and help the piglins, but he was knocked back by a sudden laser blast. Turning around, he saw a figure in a skull mask walking slowly toward him. Equipped with dispensers, I charged at Steve. A barrage of attacks left him struggling to defend. Seeing Alex about to get hurt, Steve swung hard and knocked off my mask. When they saw my face, their eyes were filled with disbelief. I gave them no time to react and knocked them out with a laser cannon blast, ordering the skeletons to take Steve away. When Steve woke up, his hands were bound. He was in a line of captured piglins. Forced to march with the group, he saw new wither skeletons being summoned along the way. The piglins mined day and night, and Steve was forced to become one of them. One day, while being escorted back to the cell, Steve noticed a room guarded by soldiers. An idea struck him. He suddenly broke rank and dashed over. He easily took down the guards and kicked the door open. I was shocked to see him barge in. Wither skeletons rushed in and subdued him. He tried to appeal to my conscience, but things had gone too far. There was no turning back. I heartlessly ordered his execution. Soldiers dragged him to the edge of a lava lake. Just as I raised my foot to kick him in, an arrow tore through the air, grazing my ear. In the distance, Alex had arrived with reinforcements. Seeing the tide turn, I turned